The rain hammered the streets of downtown Chicago like it was trying to wash away every broken dream in the city. James Carter, 34 years old, a single father to a 7-year-old girl who was the only light left in his world, stepped out of the gleaming 60-story tower of Voss Global and felt the last piece of his hope finally shatter. His cheap suit was already soaked. His tie hung loose like a noose he no longer cared to tighten, and his old leather briefcase, the one his late wife Anna had bought him on their 5th anniversary, felt heavier than the 3 months of unpaid mortgage sitting on his shoulders. He had just failed the interview for the senior brand strategist position. Failed it badly. The panel of 3 executives had exchanged those polite, pitying glances, the kind that say thank you but no thank you, before the words were even spoken aloud. So James simply walked out. No anger. No protest. No looking back at the building that had once represented his last real chance to save his little family. Just silence. His shoes squelched with every step as rain poured harder, drowning the city in gray. Inside his chest something was screaming, but it wasn't anger anymore. That had burned out a long time ago. It was something worse. The quiet, crushing realization that he might not be able to keep the promise he made to his daughter every single night. Daddy's going to make it better, baby. Just wait. As he crossed Michigan Avenue, memories came anyway. 3 years ago, Anna had been laughing in their kitchen, flour on her nose, teaching little Sophie how to make heart-shaped pancakes. Then came the diagnosis. Stage 4. 18 months of hospitals, of watching the woman he loved slowly disappear, of holding Sophie while she cried for her mommy who couldn't get out of bed anymore. James had left his stable marketing job to care for Anna in her final months. No savings. No safety net. Just medical bills that never stopped coming. And a little girl who still asked every night, "When is mommy coming home from heaven?" The wind chimes on their fire escape always answered first. Now reality was worse. A landlord's eviction notice was taped to their apartment door that morning. Pay or vacate by March 15th. Sophie had seen it. She didn't cry. She just hugged his leg a little tighter and whispered, "I can sleep on the couch so you can have the bed, Daddy." That was why he went to Voss Global. That was why he studied until 3 a.m. for 2 weeks straight, memorizing campaigns, practicing answers in a cracked bathroom mirror while Sophie slept. He had walked into that interview with hope stitched into every word he spoke. Purpose. Family. Second chances. But when they asked about the 3-year gap, everything stopped. "I was caring for my dying wife," he had said quietly. The room went silent. Not the good kind. The final kind. Now he was walking away from it all. His phone buzzed. Mrs. Patel, babysitter. He answered immediately. "Hi, James. Sophie keeps asking when you'll be home. She made you a picture today. She says it's you being a superhero." James closed his eyes. "Tell her I'm on my way." A pause. "Tell her I love her bigger than the sky." From the background, Sophie's voice cut through softly. "Daddy? Did you get the job? Can we get pizza to celebrate?" That question broke something inside him. He stopped under a closed coffee shop awning. Rain dripped heavily from the edge above him. "Not this time, baby girl," he said, voice cracking. "But we're going to be okay. I promise." A silence followed. The kind that hurts more than words. Then Sophie said gently, "It's okay, Daddy. I still love you the most in the whole world. Even if we eat cereal again." He ended the call before she could hear him break. His forehead pressed against the cold glass window, and for the first time in years he let himself cry. He had nothing left. No savings. No backup plan. Only love for a little girl who deserved everything, and a father who couldn't seem to give it. He started walking again. Slower now. Heavier now. 10 minutes passed, then 15. The rain softened into a thin drizzle. Halfway to the bus stop, he heard it. Fast footsteps behind him. A woman's voice cutting through the city noise. "Mr. Carter." "James Carter, wait please." He turned. Confused. A woman was running toward him through the rain. Expensive trench coat soaked. Designer heels splashing through puddles like they didn't matter. Her hair, usually perfectly pinned in corporate magazines, was loose now. Alina Voss, CEO of Voss Global. The woman from the interview panel. The woman whose face he had memorized from company reports. She skidded to a stop in front of him, breathing hard. Mascara slightly smudged. Completely out of place. Completely human. For a moment neither spoke. Only rain. Only silence. Then she said, voice shaking, I made a terrible mistake. Alina Voss stood in the rain, chest rising fast, for the first time in years, not as a billionaire CEO, but as a woman carrying regret. I sat in on your interview remotely, she said quickly. I always do for senior roles. I heard everything you said. Her voice broke slightly, and I felt it. James didn't understand. Alina continued. My mother raised me alone. My father left. She worked 2 jobs until cancer took her when I was 19. I built Voss Global so no one would ever have to choose between family and survival. She swallowed hard. And then they rejected you, because of a gap where you were taking care of your dying wife. A bitter laugh escaped her. I fired the entire panel 10 minutes ago. James froze. You what? I ran out of the building the moment I saw you leave. She stepped closer. I read your file. Your past work was brilliant. Human. Real. Something we've been missing for years. Her voice softened. We're launching a family-first initiative. We need someone who understands it. Because they've lived it. She looked directly at him. We need you, James. He shook his head immediately. I failed. I froze. You told the truth, she interrupted gently. In a room full of people who have never had to choose between a paycheck and holding their dying wife's hand. Silence. Only rain again. Come inside, she said softly. Let me show you what this job really is. James hesitated, then looked down at his soaked shoes, then at the woman who had literally run after him in the rain. Something in her eyes felt familiar, like hope refusing to die. Okay, he whispered. On one condition. She blinked. I buy you coffee first. You're freezing. For the first time, Alina Voss smiled. Deal. They walked back together. And for James, the rain didn't feel like an ending anymore. Felt like something else. A beginning. If you enjoyed this story, please like thumbs up, share red heart, and subscribe for more emotional stories like this.